And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Well, you know, last season Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch awkward. The team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
And now the Lakers starting group. Kobe and Randall, the forward duo. Clarkson is out there with Russell. And it's Hibbert in at center. Greg, Steve Kerr did win over the locker room in a hurry last season. They had finished a successful run under Mark Jackson. Winning accelerates everything. They certainly bought into it.
They really did. And people don't often appreciate how difficult it is to come into a situation where expectations are that high. But he also went out of his way to empower his players and really give them some accountability. Didn't try to hide anyone on defense and played to the strengths of his team on the offensive end. You can't give him that shot. A few open looks are all it takes to get him in the zone.
And Kobe, here we go. Can't connect from 14 feet out. And it's Golden State's ball. Here's Curry. Finish off the break. Curry's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Who has been a greater enigma than Roy Hibbert, a guy who can look like an all-star Clark one game and an undrafted free agent the next?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing the kind of swings Roy has had. He's been really good at times. Sometimes he gets in his own way with overthinking things, but I think he's got everything he needs to be an upper-tier center, upper echelon center. Just has lacked consistency the last year or two. Tell you what, he's not an easy guy to stop when he's got his sight on the rim.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
Did he just go chop there with that one-hand tomahawk slam? And on the topic of Hibbert, he was an enigma in college. Had a very encouraging junior season. Looked like a future lottery pick. And then that uninspiring senior season, which kind of dropped his draft stock considerably.
That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
Green with the ball. Now defended by Randall. Bogut kicks to Curry. Warriors the rebound.
Boy, he's got a nice-looking stroke. That almost went in.
Yeah, and a lot of times he'll still knock those down no matter how good the D is.
You know, going back to Hibbert, last season was a perfect example of what we're talking about in terms of consistency. One game he puts up 22 and 8, the next game 2 and 1. But, you know, every team in the league would like to be in the Roy Hibbert game once the light finally goes on and stays on. Consistency, the challenge for Hibbert.
Green, the screen. And the Warriors miss again.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And the officials signal the backcourt violation. Not very careful there. And the Warriors with some changes. Spates comes in for Andrew Bogut. And it's Iguodala in for Harrison Barnes. Now here's Curry. Out left to the wing. Here's Spates. And Hibbert with the block. Outside, Kobe. For 3. And it's Spates with the rebound. Golden State's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Kept alive. Green passes to Spates. Here's Thompson. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Thompson's got 5.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Bryant's shot is off.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Iguodala, that's a 2-pointer. Again, Iguodala missing.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
Oh, and here comes Iguodala all alone. And the foul goes on Roy Hibbert. Some changes for Golden State. Bazili's checked in for Green. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Brandon Bass is checked in for the Lakers. Williams comes in for Jordan Clarkson. Barbosa dishes to Spates. Just 5 on the clock. And again, no good by Golden State.
Rebounding is going to be the focal point for them in this one, fellas. I can feel it.
No, it always is, and it has been so far, and they've gotten a nice edge on the glass.
8 seconds left to play in the first. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. Here's Huertas. It's tipped, but they get it back. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. And the second quarter getting underway. No team gaining an edge so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Warriors, how would you grade them?
This is almost like a volleyball game when you watch just how many shots they've blocked or altered.
Well, how about this? A lot of side out for them, the way they've swatted shots away. That's a volleyball term, by the way, folks.
Yeah, or handball.
Like or handball.
Either one of the two. They're knocking a lot away.
Yeah.
So for the Lakers right now, Russell is out there with Lou Williams. Then it's Nance. Then it's Randall. And it's Bass in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Here's Iguodala. After D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Back to Iguodala. This one for 3. And it's good, assisting on the play with Livingston. Iguodala's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And no doubt the Lakers had some defensive issues last season. I mean, no true center on that roster. And at times, they were just feasted upon on the inside.
Warriors leading by 3.
Nice silky finish on the alley-oop.
That sequence, I don't think Clark could have been executed any better.
Stupendous feed.
And that's the beauty of the game right there. I hope we get the opportunity to see a few more of those.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Lakers. Lakers trailed by 5. Russell against Curry. The drive by Russell. Green with the block. The 3-ball. Scored the basket, his second of 2 attempts. And let's get your guys' take now on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, in the first half of play, they're closing out aggressively, blocking shots, a key indicator of their activity on the defensive side.
They also came out of the locker room with their running shoes on. I mean, their transition game has been full throttle.
It's Williams with the drive. Randall. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And how about the offensive rebound with a little extra punch on the putback?
You're right, Greg. As they look to trim the deficit, could we see them send a few more bodies to the boards from here on out? Maybe, just maybe.
Well, I don't think it would be a bad idea, Kevin. I mean, they could use all the second chance points they can get.
Here's Curry. And so he draws the foul on the shot, a trip to the line to shoot 2.
And guys, you talk about ascended stars in the NBA. None brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
And the Warriors making a change here. Spates is checked in.
You can tell that pass just hung in the air for a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Long enough for him to get a hand on it and knock it out of play.
What I like, though, about Stephen Curry also is his demeanor, Clark. He cheers on his teammates, keeps his head up through adversity. He does it all.
Yeah, he's pretty much unflappable. He's level-headed, and he puts his teammates first. That's what makes him a championship caliber superstar.
Here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. They kick it out to Green. Thompson, left side. It's stolen by Bass. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That's his first foul. Clark, he's checked in for Klay Thompson. And the Lakers also making a switch. Ryan's checked in. Counted, and the Warrior lead has been cut down now to just 8 points with the basket from Huertas. Feeds it to Spates. Pass against Barnes. The 10-footer finds the target. Barnes has got 6.
Yeah, and their shooting really starting to pick up here in the second.
Yeah, and it should help them increase their separation here. I mean, this has been an impressive offensive output.
Now here's Hibbert. Here's Huertas. Just 4 to shoot. But they recover it. Bass can't get it to go.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
And Green gets it to go.
Well, if you're going to give them layups, there's no way you're going to get back in this game.
Here's Huertas, guarded by Kerr.
Boy, with 2 fouls now, he really has to be disciplined and under control for the rest of this half.
The Lakers have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, last year, collectively, only 74% from the line.
And it's something they know that if they improve, can really have a big impact on their success.
And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. Nancy's checked in for the Lakers. Now here is Barbosa. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Inside, Bryant. And Kobe Bryant gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game.
That's his first
Pass to Barbosa.
Foul. Second team foul. Now into the lineup.
And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Warriors shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great. About 77% as a team.
You know, Kevin, they would love to post a similar percentage again this season. I mean, I think that's safe to say they'd love to shoot free throws as well as they did a year ago.
And so we conclude the first half. Warriors ahead as they end the second quarter with a huge surge, an 18-7 run. We're going to step away briefly, but welcome back, everybody. Third quarter just about to get going here in what has been so far a runaway game. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
And in terms of points in that first half, you know, he's now at a point where we expect him to perform that way.
And, Greg, that tells you all you need to know about what a talent he is. I mean, I'll bet he adds a lot more to his totals after the break.
Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. One guy who's been getting it done so far, Stephen Curry.
I know we've said this many times before, but what a great first half. Just an offensive juggernaut.
And, you know, in the end, I wouldn't be surprised if we're talking about what a great second half he had, guys. I mean, he can usually keep it going for all 4 quarters.
Yeah, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes and the 3, the small forward. So that's the group out there for Golden State.
And some of Harrison Barnes' teammates have referred to him as the senator because of the way he carries himself. And, you know, a very level-headed dignified young man, and just he has an air about it.
Curry kicks to Green. Back to Curry. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
And Harrison Barnes at times has been criticized in the past for not being more Clark assertive on the court.
Well, you know, it's interesting. He had to weather the pressure of expectations since high school. I mean, people were comparing him to Kobe Bryant back then, but HB can't get caught up in that. He's got to be true to himself. You know what I tell guys? Do you.
Yeah.
Do you.
And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. It's stolen by Green. And, oh, here we go with Green. Nobody back. Hammers it in after taking it the length of the floor.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
It's stolen by Bogut. To the paint. Barnes passes to Curry. The shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Offensive rebound.
Boy, even though he missed, you can't give up that kind of a look very often.
Better to be lucky than good sometimes. Fortunately, they didn't get burned on that one.
And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And stolen by Hibbert. Now the Lakers on the break. Bryant gets a wide open look. Drains the jumper to finish the break.
That one goes down, but offensively, just 1 of 4 to start the third quarter.
And guys, looking at Roy Hibbert, just a mountain of a man. Listed these days at about 7'2", 290 pounds, with the wingspan of a pterodactyl. I mean, a true game changer inside when he's motivated and on his game.
Ian Clark's checked in for the Warriors. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bass. And the Warriors making a change here. Spades is checked in.
Maurice Space.
It's stolen by Bryant. Fast break, the Lakers. Williams leading the charge. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
And really, the Warriors had an amazing regular season last year. Just from a historical standpoint, it was one of the best ever.
The dish now to Kobe. Cannot hit. Good D by Thompson.
Oh, tough D on the inside.
It sure was, Greg. No easy access to the basket when that fella's in the middle.
They grabbed their own miss. Kobe, no good.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
And for the Warriors last year, they would end the season with 67 wins. That number, Clark, tying for the 6th best win total in NBA history.
And my guess is only a few people saw it coming. I mean, and as the season wore on, it became more and more apparent that the Warriors were for real, but it took a while for people to accept that fact.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Azili's checked in for Spates. Iguodala comes in for Ian Clark. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry.
Not much the defense can do once he gets to the bucket.
Warriors leading by 11. That drops. And 12 points for Draymond Green.
Another gap in the defense found there, and they've really had their number today.
They double him with Green. Where's this? Passes to Nance. drops in the layup for 2.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Green with the ball. Out defended by Randall. Iguodala, no good.
Nobody even close to him, and he can't believe he doesn't knock it down.
Scooped up. Nance.
You know, they're not totally dominating the glass, but they're definitely doing enough to keep this lead right where it is.
Yeah, but they've separated themselves, Clark, in a number of categories, rebounds just being one of them.
Clarkson kicks to Russell, and the lead is down inside single digits. Russell's got 8 points.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
2 on the clock. No good. And we... Well, welcome back as we get set to start the 4th. Warriors leading by 9. Taking a look at the Lakers. Larry Nance out there with Roy Hibbert. Then it's Russell. And there's Bryant. And it's Clarkson in at the 2. It's tipped. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. Here's Hibbert. And it's Harrison Barnes with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Clarkson kicks to Hibbert. And he gets it to go. Hibbert's got the first field goal of the 4th quarter here for Los Angeles.
Well, as for them being behind in this game, you certainly can't put any of it on his shoulders. He's been tremendous offensively.
Here's Nance. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
It's Iguodala with the drive. And Hibbert with the block. They retain possession. Back to Barnes. Right side Curry. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
He's just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything. And guys, Steph Curry, the rare point guard who's almost as effective playing off the ball as he is on it. And the Warriors have really emphasized that as he's evolved as a player, bringing in a lot of playmakers who can set him up coming off screens.
And I think Doris Burke has something for us right now. Doris?
Yes, during that break, Coach Byron Scott had some words for his team. He hasn't been happy with their shot selection. He told them, we're forcing things out there, guys. Space the floor, make the extra pass, work for the open shot in the flow of our offense. We'll see if they heed that advice, Kevin.
Thank you, Doris. And speaking of Curry playing off the ball in the pass, Clark, we'd see him guarding shooting guards defensively. Some said trying to hide him against lesser offensive players.
Well, I think guarding 2 guards gave him a chance maybe to save some energy for the offensive end, but recently Steve Kerr has had him on point guards more. You want your best players taking the challenge at both ends of the court.
Outside, Green. It's stolen by Randall. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Now the Warriors moving it up. Bogut with the ball. Green kicks to Thompson. Back to Green. The feed now to Curry. 6 on the shot clock. Takes the 13-footer over to the left wing. Barnes dishes to Curry. Here's Bogut. Offensive rebound. Barnes passes to Green.
What a stellar outing in this one for Green. 8 rebounds. And he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of 3-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
And both free throws good for Green.
They got to keep fighting their way to the line, guys. This half, it's been nothing but success for them there.
Yeah, taking full advantage from the charity stripe. They've yet to miss here in the second.
That's good, and the Warrior lead is cut to just 5 points on the basket from Randall.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Now a timeout called by Golden State.
They've been very untidy with the ball here. You commit turnovers when you try to do too much or you force it. They need to focus on making the simple play, good passes, and moving the ball around.
And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Curry kicks to Green. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
And they've controlled the glass throughout this game, but it's still close.
Guys, it's their hard work inside that has them out in front. But they can't let off now. They've got to keep it going.
And there's the pass to Bogut. Nobody near Barnes. Bullseye. And the Warriors lead by 7.
Probably wasn't the shot they were looking for, but they'll take the bucket.
Took him no time at all on that one. And it's 8 points for Roy Hibbert.
Fantastic ball movement. They're picking them apart with their passing.
Purposeful passing it is, partner. Their last 10 points have all come off assists.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
He hits the first one, and that shrinks the margin to just 4. And the second free throw, no good. A tough break there.
That one miss was huge. He had a chance to turn this into a one-possession game.
Oh, that certainly could be costly. In a close one, those kinds of mistakes can really give the other team momentum.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Stolen by Thompson. Curry against Randall. Dishes it to Thompson. Rebound collected by Clarkson. Clarkson's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. It's stolen by Green. From deep. Can't get it to go. And the Lakers take it the other way.
He hit a couple in the first, but so far he's been unable to get uncorked here.
Here's Randall. Wow, way off on that one.
And not a night he's going to want to remember, just not really able to score the basketball. Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Rebound collected by Clarkson.
Well, at least he had the presence of mind to change his shot when the defense got on him. You got to improvise sometimes.
It's stolen by Curry, and so they choose to intentionally foul. Shot and game clock separated by 5. Nailed from three-point land.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open.
Russell, no luck.
Personal foul.
And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall.
Shooting for Golden State.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line, and that will push the lead to double digits.
A slight hiccup at the line, but he did what he needed to finish this game off.
Rush with the steal. On its way from Barbosa for 2. It's hauled in by Los Angeles.
Ill-advised shot there, Clark.
Yeah, exactly. That was lower than low percentage.
First free throw is good, and that brings them within single digits. And both free throws good for Lewis Williams. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. From the arc. No good there. So we see the Warriors get the win here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, and I thought good execution really played a big part throughout.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark, Greg, and Doris, and the rest of our terrific crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.